In problem number 45, we're referring back to problem number 19, which gave you these four graphs. We're finding the domain and range of each of these functions. So in graph A, which ended up being this graph here, and actually let's just match them all up. So in number 19, number 3 was graph B, number 1 was graph D, and number 4 was graph C. So for graph A, we have this cubic graph. The domain, this graph goes forever in the positive and the negative x direction, so that's all real numbers. The range, this graph also goes forever in the positive and the negative y direction, so that is also all real numbers. In graph B, here we have an absolute value graph. The domain is all real numbers. The graph goes forever in the positive and the negative x direction. But in the y direction, this graph here, graph B, had this equation x minus 1 minus 2. So in this case, since this vertex is at 1, negative 2, the y values are only those that are greater than or equal to negative 2. On graph C, for the domain, we can see here that in this equation we have a vertex, or a locator point, that is, of 1, negative 2. And in this case, the x values would only be greater than or equal to 1, since the graph starts here and goes to the right. And the range would be only y values that are greater than or equal to negative 2. Lastly, on graph D, we had the parabola with a vertex at 1, negative 2. So our domain here is all real numbers, so it goes forever to the right and to the left. The range has a minimum of negative 2, so y is greater than or equal to negative 2.